What's up, motherfuckers?
Hey everybody, welcome to Giantslayer Live. This is my first ever podcast. I'm going to try to do these weekly and try to cover at least 5 topics. If y'all want to comment, I'll do some topics with that. We'll bring some people on, have some fun, get off of work. You want to hear some fat dude say some funny stuff? Click the link. Alrighty, the first topic of today is Mike Tyson's comeback. And he is looking jacked and shredded and juicy as fuck. Like you can tell he's on that nice TRT train. Probably got the subscription from Joe Rogan. Shout out to Joe Rogan. Get me on your podcast. Make me famous. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, he's looking awesome. I've seen his videos. I think he's working with Rafael Cordero. And he looks amazing. Like, he looks like 20 years younger. And I know there was a lot of speculation about him fighting Vanderlei at Bare Knuckle and all this, and Shannon Briggs, and like then he's gonna fight Evander, and it's just like whoever he fights, I'll pay. It could be at a bar, it could be him fucking whipping Wesley Snipes' ass again in the bathroom. I'm gonna watch it. It's Mike Tyson. I mean, come on now, he could fucking be shadow boxing in his garage, and I'm gonna sit there and watch him and probably pay him to do it. But I hope his comeback is for the right reasons, like not for money or publicity, just because he wants to come back, because he feels the urge that he loves boxing again and he wants to come back, because after all the shit he's been through his life, he deserves to come back and enjoy himself boxing. Like, no Don King, none of this bullshit. Just come back, be himself, no pressure, and just perform like everybody knows he can. Because Mike Tyson performing at maximum is a scary motherfucker. Like, I feel sorry for whoever has to box him if he's serious and taking it 100% serious, like with that killer instinct that he used to have. Like, he is by far my favorite boxer of all times. Like, I would love to see him fight some of the guys nowadays. I think the only guy nowadays that would probably give him a run for his money is probably Tyson Fury, just how big and that he's just a pure boxer. Alrighty, on to the next topic. Rob Kearney broke the United States log record the other day. I think it was 475. And I'm just not a big fan of it. He does the split jerk thing and it just doesn't look good. Like I'm not a big fan of them doing it at their home gyms anyway, because a true record is done in comps. Zadrunas set all his records in comp. Eddie Hall broke the deadlift record in comp. It looks better, and it's just, you're doing it in the battlefield and everything, and it just looks good in front of the crowd. Of course, everybody's stronger at the gym. Like, everybody's a big gorilla and a monster in the gym, but when you get around other gorillas and other monsters, you don't look as big. Like you got the weight of the crowd on you and your nerves, and you got to eat and all this other stuff. Like, I'm just not a big fan. If Luke Stoltman would have did the split and jerk, I'm pretty sure he would have had the world record the other day. Like, he was so close to getting it the normal way of doing it that if he did split jerk, I'm about 90% sure he locked it out. But it wouldn't have been real. Like, I don't consider that real. It's nothing against Kearney in general, like as a person. I'm just not a fan of the split jerk motion. Like, I love Zadrunas Savickas. Like, he is probably the strongest man to ever walk the planet. And just like, he didn't do it. He worked his ass off and did it the right way. And you never hear him talk. And he's just, by his silence and just doing shit, you see how awesome he is. Go look him up and compare the lifts and just look at it. Like, look at Oberst's lift compared to Kearney's. I respect Oberst's lift way more, because Oberst was real with it. He held it too and was talking shit and then dropped it like a boss. And like, it just looked way better. Not sour grapes. I'm just saying, I just wish he would just try. Like, this, the split jerk thing is just not my thing. On to the next topic. Machine Gun Kelly has come out with a new song called Bloody Valentine. and it's not bad. It sounds very early 2000s, like 90s rock kinda, like boy band, like old like rom com. It's not bad. I mean, I didn't hear too many of his songs before that. I mean, I heard that song, and then he did an acoustic version, which wasn't bad. And it actually opened up to some of his other songs that I was just scrolling and clicked on. He's not that bad. Like, I mean, the Rap Devil thing was funny. I thought it was hilarious. Him and Eminem going at it. In my opinion, I think he won the rap battle. My old lady's a big mark for Eminem. She says Eminem won. But I mean, I don't know. It's funny. I think he's gonna be in the new movie King of Staten Island with Pete Davidson. They're pretty good friends, and that movie looks pretty funny. Pete Davidson's hilarious. If you haven't seen him, he's on SNL, and it's gonna be funny as shit. Like, I was blown away. Like, the dude could play guitar and he could sing, and like, I didn't think he could do that. I just thought he was another mumble rapper. But anyway, we're going to move on to the next topic, and that topic is Conor McGregor retiring yet again. I think this is like the second or third time he's retired, and to this point, it's just a publicity stunt. Like, he just wants more money, and this is not a good time to ask for more money. With all the stuff going on, with people losing their jobs and trying to come back to work and all that stuff like that, it's just a bad time. Like, once the crowds come back and stuff like that, by all means, get your worth, man. Like, you're worth the money. Like, when the crowds come back and you can make awesome money, of course they'll pay you. Why wouldn't they? You're an awesome fighter, and like, you have a few hang-ups here and there, but I mean, look, you're a double champion, and like, your last like outing, you just completely murked Donald Cerrone. Like, not like, I've never seen him murked like that so quickly. Like, he just didn't even look like he wanted to be in there with him. Like, he just got in the clinch and just destroyed him with his shoulder and just looked like he broke his orbital bone in his nose. And like, Cerrone's like a bad motherfucker, man. He got the most knockouts in UFC history. I think most submissions for that weight class. And like, he comes to fight. Like, he likes to fight. Like, a lot of people are thinking he threw the fight, and I was like, I don't think it's that. It's just Conor was the better guy that night. Conor was quicker. It's just how it goes. It was like, I don't think there's no amount of money that Donald would take to do that. Like, it does. He's not that type of person. He doesn't come off that type of person. I mean, shit. Before that, he was fighting like 4 or 5 times a year, making badass money anyway. So he ain't like he needs the money. It was a bad night. I think he would have made more money if he'd have starched Conor with a head kick anyway. His stock would have skyrocketed up for just knocking him out with a head kick or catching him in a triangle or something. But back onto the Conor McGregor thing. Yeah, I just think it's a really bad time to pull moves like that. Like, a few weeks ago, he was like agreeing to fight Anderson Silva and all that stuff, and just out of the blue, he's just, oh, guys, I guess I'm retiring. Fuck it, blah. Like, now's just a really, really bad time to be asking for all that money. Like, this is a bad time for our country and our economy and stuff like that. Like, just wait a little while. Once those things go back to normal, then you get your money and stuff like that. Sitting out a few months ain't gonna kill you. Like, when you come back, you're gonna be making an ass load of money. Like, ridiculous amounts, probably. Or, like, you never know. You could go try to rematch Floyd and make another $50 million. I could be wrong. Maybe somebody will pay you that, but the UFC's not going to pay you that. Maybe in light of the money, maybe they give you some shares in their company. Like, I know he wanted that, but like, I think that would be a good compensation. Give him some shares. Like, I know that's what he's been wanting, and he's helped out the company a lot. He's brought a lot of eyes to the company. I mean, shit, that's probably the only reason Ireland even watches is to watch him. And like, his whiskey's doing great, proper 12. I mean, like, give him some shares, man. I mean, why not? You give it to celebrities all the time. Give him a stake in the company so he thinks he's worth something and not just a piece of meat like most fighters are to promoters. It ain't gonna hurt y'all any. He's a huge name. He's probably y'all biggest ever star. It's probably him, Ronda Rousey, and probably GSP. Alrighty, on to the next topic. It's the new PS5. That looks like some straight up astronaut shit. Like, they are just like going over the moon with this stuff. That thing doesn't even look real. That looks like the robot from WALL-E. Like, it's just, it looks like if I grab it and take it out of the box, I'm going to break it. Like, it's just, I don't understand. Like, the new Xbox looks like they painted a center box black. Like, what the fuck is going on there? Like, if your cat knocks that over, it's going to go right through my floor. Like, the graphics and everything look good for the games, at least from the upcoming games that I've seen, like the new Resident Evil Village and stuff like that. That looks awesome. But it's just like, I'm probably going to wait for them to work the bugs out for that, maybe. Because in the beginning, it's going to be real laggy and glitchy, and like stuff's going to be wrong with it. Maybe wait about 5-6 months, and then I'll get it. I mean, I'm pretty sure the price is going to be ridiculous. I mean, I don't think they've come out with a price yet, but it's probably going to be up in the sixes. I would imagine it would be at least $5.99. Like, anything cheaper than that, I would be drastically shocked. Like, that's just, like, they can make an assload of money, and then they're going to make an assload of money. I mean, I think the new meme nowadays is, like, a dude sleeping with, like, an 80-year-old woman, and, like, the caption says, "I got my PS5 secured." Like, I laugh my ass off when I see that stuff. I mean, that's what guys are going through nowadays. I mean, can't afford that PS5, got to get you a nice, honey pot to get you some of that. But it looks pretty cool though. I mean, like, it's really futuristic, and I think it would take some time to get used to. Like, the controller kind of looks like an Xbox controller. Like, it's like really chunky and stuff like that. And like, I don't know, like, I like the PS4. I like the model of it and stuff like that. But I think I'm gonna keep the PS4 for a little while longer before I give in for the PS5. Like, they would have to come out with a game that looks super, super cool and gets my interest to make me want to level up right now for that. Alrighty. This has been Giant Slayer, and this was our first podcast. If you want me to talk about some more topics next week, drop them in the comments. We'll talk about them. Some weeks we'll bring some people on. Some weeks it'll just be me, and some weeks it'll just be me and my old lady on here. Mercy Desdemona. Look at her Facebook. Give her a plug. She's hot. Like her page. That's her laughing in the background. And I hope y'all enjoyed it. Drop the like, motherfuckers. Let's get this show on the road.